Welcome back, everyone, to more Let's Play Alundra. He's dead. Just like many of the other villagers before him, but hey, do you hear that? That is the sound of creation! The Hunter's Bow. A bow just like Klein's that we now have to carry on his legacy of turning into a werewolf and killing people or something. Oh well. It's a pretty nice item to have, but in all honesty, as far as weapons go, because it is classified as a weapon, it's really rather useless. I tend not to use it at all in combat, or at least very little, but it is essential, as just said, it is essential for the game, so. Now that we have a new item, a new weapon, typically we would go exploring and find some gilded falcons and maybe some light vessels and things like that, but in all honesty, there's really nothing to find with the Hunter's Bow. Right now, the only place to go is the next place that we need to go in the game, so. No gilded falcons, no exploring video right now. You can see that green orb, and hey, here's a statue of some giant reptile. That's what that's used for, and now we have access to here. The Reptile Lair. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the Reptile Lair is, not one of my most liked dungeons in the game. I actually hate this area, and for numerous reasons. The first one being this. There are 3 of these moving platforms heading around, and I have to jump on a specific one, which I do not have the right one this time. I need to get on that one. There are 2 slow-moving ones and 1 fast-moving one, and I need to get on one of the slow-moving ones. Since they move pretty much the same exact speed, it's kind of difficult to tell. There we go. This part of the lair is just an annoyance, and we haven't even gotten to the main problem I have with this area. Also, it's important to note that the Hunter's Bow cannot activate switches at all, so if you think that's going to be a solution to any of your problems, you are wrong. It is not going to be. Now we gotta swim all the way back here, and we gotta wait for a platform again. God damn it. I hate this area. I hate the little moving platforms here. You gotta, the fast-moving one's the only one you gotta jump on, but it's the most useless. It doesn't go anywhere helpful. And then you gotta wait for it to sync up with something so you can move in the correct area, and I think this is the correct one. Yes, it is. Okay. It's just an annoyance. Now, we can use a bomb to blow up this area, but we're not going to be going through that passageway just yet. We're going to be heading down. We'll return there kind of a lot later, but yeah. Anyways, here's my major problem with this area. The enemies. There's a lot of rooms in this place that require you to kill all of the enemies in the room. And with these reptiles, as you can see, they have shields. The only time to hit them is when they're in the process of attacking. Which, you know, isn't too unreasonable or anything, but like, it gets really tedious whenever you're in a room with a ton of them, like right now. And it does get worse. These aren't the only type of reptiles that we're going to be fighting, though. There are 3 different types. And luckily for us, the other 2 are actually easier than these. These are the most difficult to fight. Another thing is this. They have really high jumping abilities, and I can't get to him whenever he's up there. I gotta wait for him to come down. But that kills all of them, and now finally we have access to this room back here, where there is a type of a spike puzzle, I guess you could call it, which I completely screwed up. In this room, however, we want to keep this rock. This rock is our friend. We cannot let this rock perish. We cannot fall into the water. We cannot throw it into the water because it will not float. Fucking Christ. Just no luck. No luck when it comes to recording. In all my test recordings and all my test playing of this area, that rock always lived. It didn't die once, but no, when I'm recording, oh no, I have to screw it up. So we want this rock to make it to the end. We want this rock to survive because we need this rock to throw at the switch. Just like that. A lot more trouble than it was worth. So, pressing that switch now made the stairs appear here. Okay, in this area, there are statues, and yeah, that's great. That's also a new type of reptile. He's got spears. You can't really see what he does, but that's okay, because we will encounter him a lot later in the future. Can I get some health? That would be great if I could get some health right about now. A little tiny bit. Thank you, game. Thanks. For like the two little health pieces. And there's one right there, but I need that block. You son of a bitch, game. There was a big piece there, but I need the block to walk and do stuff. God damn it. Okay, here. Statues. However, as you can see, the statues are still there. If we kill the reptiles, the statues will remain there, and they will respawn. So what we have to do before we kill them is we have to destroy the statues. So now all the statues are gone. Now we are free to kill all the reptiles. Which blows a path for us here, and I can walk right into a fireball. That's what that did for me. It opened up a path so I could run into a fireball. Very considerate of you, game. Thanks, I appreciate that. Should be some more herbs here, and I'm going to immediately just use it. Not really going to bother with the enemies in this room because they're completely inessential. Just need to jump right here and get the key. That's what we came here for. Now we're free to exit this room and not bother. That's also the other type of reptile, the vomiting reptile. Definitely probably the easiest one. But now that we have the key, we need to backtrack all the way back to the beginning to the first room. So I'll be back in one moment. Okay, so we're back here. Back here with these moving platforms. And we want to do that, what we just did. Want to wait for the fast-moving one. Now we can head behind all these nice little waterfalls, and important to note that those statues do come to life, so I'm kind of going to avoid them. Now we could jump down here and get a strength tonic, but I already have one, so I'm not going to bother doing that because it would require me to go all the way back, and big hassle, and there are herbs here. Now we can head down here, and this area is kind of odd. There are statues here that we have to use our iron flail on to make them explode. So we can now make this jump. Yay, I made it on the first try. That's good. Good to know. This is another situation where you need to break the statues. Luckily for us, only 2 of the statues actually come to life, and they're both the vomiting lizards, which, as I said, are the easiest ones to kill. And that gives us access to this area, which, next time on Let's Play Alundra, we will head into this dangerous circle of reptiles. How many of them are going to come to life? Take a guess, viewer, how many? I'll see you next time.